Hi guys, it's Living Life with Ivy back with another video. There's still some updates I have to give you, which is coming closer in a few weeks because it's like I wanted to share something with you, but to share that with you, I have to share something else I don't want you to know just yet. So I'm just gonna hold on to that one for now. Um, yeah, and then sometimes I wonder what's better. Is it better to have a spontaneous message that I haven't really like planned, or like I have an idea of what I wanted and I just like kind of talk and share, or is it really better to like kind of how I normally do it? I just brainstorm, I plan it out, write the message, and then prepare the message and then share it. I don't know which one's really better. Um, but yeah, I just feel like coming on, just having just doing a short video. Yeah, but I did have, um, yeah, one thing I want to show that, one thing I want to share with you is that it doesn't matter how you start off, but it's the finishing. And two examples I have with that is one of them is I play a game called Match Masters, and I can start the game off, not doing really well, but then I can finish off and I can win. And then also, with my phone contract, I get 3 gigabytes a month. I don't know if that's some people that's too much or like more than enough. Some that's not enough. Initially, I was thinking, I mean, my old phone contract, I had 2 gigabytes, but I was on a contract where whatever I don't spend, it carries on to the next month. But then since I changed my contract, I changed my network, um, I could only get 1 gigabyte and 3 gigabytes, and then 6 gigabytes and so on. And I was just thinking, oh no, 1 gigabyte wouldn't be enough. And I was thinking, oh, okay, three gigabytes might be okay actually. And surprisingly, it has been kind of, obviously I look at it as like the month lasting for 30 days and I have 3,000 megabytes, so it's kind of like 100 megabytes every day. But what I do at the beginning of the month, for the first few days, I restrict myself, so I just use Wi-Fi on the train, and at work I get free Wi-Fi. And then when it gets to maybe the kind of when it gets to near the end of the first week, then I use it a bit more freely. And then it's like, and then by the end, the last few days, like I've got 400 or 500 megabytes extra, and that I kind of just go to town and just enjoy it and everything. So because I restrict myself at the beginning, I actually like that. Every month since then, I've actually had extra. Like I've had one day that I can just use 500 megabytes of data and without worrying. So but this one is more to do with the last 2 months where there was one. I don't know if you guys have ever experienced this where you thought you put your data off and then you realize you haven't, and it's running like you've been using WhatsApp, you're using YouTube. It's like, oh no. So it did happen. There was one time I was at work that I thought I put my data off. I realized it was on and it used like 600 megabytes. But at the end of that month, I still could use 600 megabytes freely. So it didn't really actually affect me. And then even the last month as well, again at the beginning of the month, I used maybe like 800 megabytes, 900 megabytes, which goes against kind of my plan of how I want to use it for the month. But I still had like 700 megabytes spare. So it's just sometimes it's not about how you start, it's your finishing. So even if you haven't had a good start in life, even if you haven't started your career, in the best way, or your school life in the best way, just think of how you'll finish, how you can finish strong. It's not about your start, but it's how you finish. Yeah, I just wanted to just share that short message with you. Not really short, but yeah, share that short message with you. And um uh, it was like I had something else I wanted to share and it's gone out of my head. But I don't know if you can notice, I've done my hair, or my mum did my hair with a bit of red on the side. I actually wanted to have more red, especially at the front. But I thought I had one pack of red, but I realized I just had like a little bit of red, so I just kind of did. And again, I wanted it to be in the middle and the back, like kind of the front and the back. But yeah, it didn't work out that way. But at least I have it at the side. So yeah, it's a nice little touch. To makes it look a bit different. Next time when I do my hair, I'm gonna do black and brown, and that's gonna be for my birthday. And my birthday is actually, this is a birthday calendar, so today is the 30th of April. We've got 31 days of we've got 31 days of May, and then we've got, and then 15 days, or I would say 14 days and hours. So we've got 31 days plus 14, that's 45 days, and then hours, we've got 45 days, and right now it is 2:41. So we've got 45 days and about like 45 days, 9 hours, and like 19 minutes until my birthday. So that's my next hairstyle. I'm looking forward to it. And like I said, I've got my holiday as well. I believe on my holiday on the 30th, so I'll be on holiday on my birthday. So I'm so excited. Yeah. And yeah, and I'll be giving you, there's a few updates I have to give you, while I'm on holiday. So I'll be doing that in Spain, Alicante. Yes. Yeah, if when I remember what else I wanted to share with you, I'll hop back on. But yes, I just wanted to say hi. I hope you guys all doing well and having a really good 2023. We are at the end of April. Like, oh my gosh, we're getting ready to start May. Probably when I actually upload this one, it'll be already in May. So yeah, okay, we're flying through the year, you know. Um, but there's something that I'm getting ready for. But it's just like, when you're getting ready for something, you're looking forward to something. It feels like it's just dragging on. Like, can you please just hurry up so that this thing can happen? That's what I am now, and I'll still be sharing lots of things with you, but I still want to wait for some weeks. Like I said, it'll be a mile on my holiday that I'll share some things. Oh, there's something that I really want to say, but it's like I have to hold off for a little bit. So keep you in suspense, but I'll be sharing it with you soon. And once again, I am so excited! Yay! And you'll find out soon. You find out why soon. But for now, remember to embrace life, and that's how you can love life. And when you're loving life, that's how you'll be living life with Ivy. Bye. Yes, I did remember what I wanted to share. Yeah, so I went to a friend's event last Sunday, so 23rd of April, and I came back. I was on the train. I was just on the train with my brother. My brother, he actually went out somewhere as well, and surprisingly, we met up at the station, and it was like kind of we just had no idea. I was kind of like I was looking at the machine to say when the train was gonna come, and then I decided to, and I wanted to sit down for a little bit, but then I couldn't, and then so I just came back. So that's the time that I actually met him. So it's like as if God was leading me there, like go and see, so you see him. So yeah, so we were on the train together coming back home, and apparently there was like some marathon, and then we actually met like a Kenyan woman, like who ran the marathon, and like some other people were talking to her, and my brother was also talking as well, and finding out how the marathon was, and he was saying, oh, like he would like to run marathon and everything, and we just said, oh, she's done so well. I'm guessing she was probably one of the fastest runners. So yeah, we are just talking about that. But there was a man on the train who started talking to her, and like he first started off saying, no more, that kind of, you look beautiful and everything, and I was kind of laughing a little, like quietly in my head. It's like he was like persistently like trying to compliment her, and at one time he asked for her number, That kind of yeah, it's like he was really kind of trying to chat her up. I was like, wow. And he didn't just do it once, he did it a few times. Like he went on. This when I thought he was gonna stop, he just carried on talking to her. And like it was like he was really enjoying the conversation. Like I heard at one point, like I would really like to meet you again and everything. But then it's like kind of so kind of me, my brother, and then some others we were watching him, and I was like, wow, he's persistent. He's really persistent. But then, and the end, the long story short, because like I wasn't, yeah, the long story short was that he was actually sitting. She was actually sitting opposite her husband. I mean, in a way, it's like it's not. Like I can understand it because like I don't know. Well, for me, if there's a couple on the train, I expect them to be sitting next to each other. So if they're not, like you, how would you know that that their husband is right there? How would you know? So it kind of understanding. But yeah, in the end, but it's just like he didn't give up. Like he didn't care who was around, and he wasn't nervous at all. He was just persistently talking to her and everything. And he's like, if only she was married, maybe he could have got her number and everything. But and so it was kind of funny. I was just like, wow, he's not giving up. And I think the husband was a little bit annoyed. It's like, what you do? Why are you talking to my wife? But he just seems so like kind of in his own world. So I didn't know that I was her husband. Like as for me, everyone's different, but for me, like I feel that couples should be sitting next to each other. So yeah, it's like if they ever hadn't heard at the end, I would have never known. But yeah, the main thing is just that he was very persistent. He didn't give up. He wasn't scared. He wasn't afraid, and that's how you have to be in life. Not You shouldn't be afraid of challenges, you shouldn't be afraid of risks. Don't be afraid to take risks. Don't be worried about what anyone's going to say. Don't be worried about how anyone's going to knock you down, how anyone's going to discourage you, demotivate you. Don't worry, like you know what you're looking for in life, you know what you're targeting in life, you know where you want to get to. So there's no one that should stop you from getting there, no one that should stop you from reaching your dream. um I have talked about persistence and determination, and it's just one of the things that really gear our lives. Because if we're not determined, we're not going to do anything. We're not going to push to do anything to get anything. We're not going to get anywhere. So determination, persistence is very important, and because there's a lot of people that are just thriving and they're not allowing anyone to knock them down. So you shouldn't either. You shouldn't allow anyone to knock you down. It's just like you should just keep going, keep pressing on, keep believing, keep hoping, keep working hard, and the result and the reward will come. But if you give up, like you won't even notice it. Just imagine you're expecting something at the door, you're expecting day after day after day, and it's like it's not coming. Maybe you got an email that, oh, it's on its way, it's on its way, it's on its way, but it's not coming. It's been some few days, it hasn't come yet. And then imagine you stop, and then it finally comes, and it's what got what you were looking for, or even more than what you were looking for. You don't go to the door, and then by the time you realize it, someone's come to take it. And it's like that. So it's about being persistent so that you will get what you want, what you've been waiting for, what you've been looking for. Someone will come and take it. It's just someone has blessed you with some money, someone has blessed you with an opportunity, and because you tried at the beginning a few times and it seems like you failed, you're not going to try again. No, no, don't do that, don't do that. Keep yourself going, keep going. It's not easy, but it will get there. It will get there, and when it gets there, it'll be the best of it'll be what you were looking for, even better than what you were looking for, because you had that attitude that kept going, kept pressing on, wasn't worried about anything, wasn't worried about being knocked down, wasn't worried about any negative results, because the only way you're gonna lose is if you don't try. That's the only way you're gonna lose. That's the only way you're gonna fail is if you don't try. There's no harm in trying. So just pick yourself. Yes, you got knocked down once, twice, three times, but pick yourself back up again and be persistent. be persistent, be determined to get what you want, and the reward will surely come. So that's what I wanted to know. So as it was a funny story, but it still teaches us something about persistence and determination. Don't let anyone knock you down. Don't let anyone stand in your way. Don't let anyone stop you from being the best you can be. So again, that's the second part of living life with Ivy, and eh, as I just love sharing with you. I just love, I just feel like if I was when I was young, if I had received these messages, I think it would have helped me to get a lot further in life, and I hope it does help everyone. But I'm gonna keep on sharing and keep encouraging, because it also does. It helps me as well. As I said, there's some messages that I've received that it's because it happened to me recently. Those new experiences happened to me recently, and that's what I've learned and gathered, and I've shared with you. So some of them are from what I've gone through in the past, but some of them it's like a month ago I experienced it and I just shared it. So it's helping me, and I hope it's helping you, or it will help you out someday. Well, remember, still be embracing life, loving life, and living life with Ivy. Bye.